Oh, hello. Ah, they don't make them like that anymore, do they? Oh, what an intro. It's a bit rough around the edges, I'm not going to lie, but it's looking mad fine still, compared to some of the dross that you get these days. Uninspired, shall we say. It sounds a bit loud. I'm going to nudge that down just very slightly there. So, here we go, boys and girls. First time streaming Sacred Lands, for we have been granted the ability to now with the wondrous Rapper GL, whatever it's called. I can never remember the name. Yes, and in terms of the challenge that we are going to apply, as you will have seen in the stream title, it is the multi-mini challenge. What does that mean, though? You'll find out. I'm also testing out some a plugin on OBS which allows me to kind of like do a green screen type thing. Hi Sarah, how are you doing? For some reason that it broke it when I went too high up. Excellent. It's not too bad though. It beats having to set up like a green screen behind me, which is what I used to do. It was way too much of a faff. Anywho, I think the best way for me to explain what will happen with the multi-mini challenge, I need to think of a better name, is probably just to show you it. So, let's get things started. Doing a new saga, and we are playing through, by popular demand, the Mountain Clans. Now, what do we go with? I like this guy with the crown, because he does look quite regal. So I'm going to go with him. But what do we call him? I don't know. We need a suitably slutty yet Scottish sounding name. So it'll be something like, I don't know, Hamish McSlut. We'll go with that. That sounds Scottish. Difficulty setting. Let's ramp it up. Do we go with hard or very hard? I love the way that the very hard option is depicted. Just wanted to see that really. Actual unique Lord portraits, yes, indeed. So we go with hard. We'll stick with hard. In terms of our Lord proficiency, it's more or less the same as Disciples 2. You will be pleased to note. At least I believe so, anyway. Warrior Lord gets their units regenerated every turn. Mage Lords, double spells, and tier 5 spells, should I say. Guildmaster is the only one that I think might be different. No, it appears to be exactly the same. I don't know if the thieves get any additional actions that are included in Disciples 2 but not Sacred Lands. I don't know. I might stick with the Warrior Law, just like an overall kind of bonus to our units. You'll see why when I reveal the challenge options. But let's continue. I won't talk obviously during the introductions and the narration type stuff, because the narrator in the Sacred Lands is really good. I think it might be better than the Dark Prophecy one, personally. And it's just broken. Excellent start. Okay, let's see. I do remember it occasionally breaking when we've got to the like mission introduction screens. But it can be very easily, obviously, we can get back to where we were quite easily. Okay, everything's fine. We just got to bump up the difficulty to hard, and I think everything else can stay the same. And please work.
Few know of the history of the mountain clans. Living on a high mountain range at the edge of the world, they prospered, unaffected by the events of afar. When Lawmaster Memna's revelations, unveiled to him by Brunhild the Valkyrie in a dream, were brought to the High Council, there could be no doubt Ragnarok was at hand. The vision of the seeress, an Eddic poem, had foretold it many centuries before. Too content of their relative peace, the clans forgot the warnings of the impending doom and the means to protect themselves in the process. Only the ruins could prevent the upcoming tragedy, but their ancient ruin wisdom withered away with the passing of the centuries. In a war council, a decision to launch an expedition to seek the advice from the Well of Fate was taken. But as the council discussed who would be charged with the task, the roaring sound of a horn blasted. Enemies were approaching. The realm was under attack. The forces of the damned, led by the fire giant Surta, attacked the clans. Before an expedition could be sent,
Oh, I thought that was the end.
had to be secured.
Oh, was that it? Alright, so the weirdest thing is that you only get like a small excerpt, what's the word, from the actual narration, which is a bit odd. So that's the general premise. I'm going to see her. My OBS window is kind of like in the way of the chat. Are those portraits of the actual gods? Yes, they are. Yes. Game volume is really, really low. Okay, let me just turn that up. Actually, I'm going to turn that down, and I'll turn it up on OBS. Hopefully that is better. But let me know how that goes, because the music's really good, so you obviously want to enjoy that.
What?
How does that sound?
Why, Wharton's beard!
The voice acting in Sacred Lands is also really good. Just to put that out there. Am I still breaking reality? Yep. Excellent. Oh, brill. Okay, that's great. To me, Sacred Lands always sounds louder than Dark Prophecy. So we've started off with
Where are they?
our capital, of course, and we've got a nice free city, which is lovely. Right, where to start in terms of differences? I think things are generally easier to see on the overmap of Sacred Lands. You generally don't need to turn on banners, because that's not an option.
What are we waiting for?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just taking my time. Hodder. I'm not entirely sure what leader to go with, but I think it's probably about time to introduce you to the actual challenge that we're doing. I'm just going to click off the screen there just to freeze this, and I will explain how we're doing this. Let me bring this out and go to where I need to go to, basically. Okay, let me just bring this out, and then I need this as well, and we are going to be applying mini challenges. Sorry, this takes a while for me to set up. So let's open up with a wheel. Don't worry about this, I'm just setting things up first of all. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out how many mini challenges we're actually going to be applying to the to the actual level, because this will reset every time we do a mission, and then we'll respin the wheel and apply the challenges. So this is going to be similar to what we saw with the Promotion Prohibition challenge, where we kept on adding like very small elements of challenges to each run. So the number of mini challenges that we're going to be applying is 5. I've got numbers ranging from 3 to 6 on this wheel, so we're going to be applying 5. And let me just bring up the actual rules thing, and this will give you an idea of what kind of challenges we've got going on there. So we've got no thieves, no support units, no potions, leadership -1, and permadeath. So let me just set up the wheel for the next stage. Okay, get that applied. Okay, so that's all the challenges available to us, or the mini challenges. If you want to know what's in the full list, just let me know and I can go through it. But you can probably get a decent idea of what you can see on the wheel there. We've got things like no thieves, no artifacts or banners, no support units, replace the main leader. That's going to be pretty brutal when we get further into the missions. No rod planting, no potions, blind ruins. That means we can't explore them first of all. We've got to go in blind with our main party. No spell research, permadeath, no ranged units, randomise the level up perks, leadership -1, no mage units or a freebie, which means we get a free kind of challenge on that particular one. So let's give it a spin, and I will remove all the ones we've got in here. No support units. Oh, crikey. That's a good start. No support units. Fine. We've got 5 of these to rack up. Hey, Lubin. How are you doing? Randomise level up perks. Oh, great. Randomise level up. What should we play? We're playing Sacred Lands, but I've obviously got a very elaborate kind of challenge going on at the moment. We've already got no support units. I should really get this to remove the options once they've gone. We've got 5 spins. We've got which was decided by a previous spin. So no thieves. Okay, 2 more. This is going to be an interesting first mission. Leadership -1. Right, okay. Good evening, Amorpot. How are you doing? Okay, 1 more. Can we get a freebie? That would be nice. We've already got randomised level up perks. We're going to have to go again. No mage units. Right. Okay. That is the mini challenges we have for this particular run. Okay, let's get rid of the wheel for this mission, should I say? We're gonna do this every mission. So some are going to be good, some are going to be like horrendous, like this. Really? Oh, yeah, as long as you're grateful, that's the main thing. I know if it's all for a good cause. So. The unit prohibition ones are more to do with the actual units rather than the leaders, because there is a specific replace main leader option in there as well. Yes, look, we're going with warriors and archers, it would seem. Long-tailed one. This is the first map. Yes, this is the first stream for Sacred Lands. Don't know whether I've overcomplicated things, but we'll see as time goes on. So, let's delve into the capital. So, look, a couple of things to kind of like cover is you will see that we don't have the usual paper doll type interface for leaders. Let me just prove this by taking him out of the capital. That's it. Got leader equipped items, leader abilities, that's it. These are the only equipment slots for the leader. And in terms of things that you can equip, it is not potions. You cannot equip potions and use them in battle. The only thing that you can equip are passive items. So we're talking banners and artifacts. I think that might be the only things that you can actually use. I'm not entirely sure if travel items are a thing. Yes. Yeah, it was wonderful artwork. Yes. I wish you could see bigger versions of these. There are high-res versions of them, because throughout the dialogue in the game you will see a higher res, like a larger version of this, these portraits. But I wish you could just see them normally, because they are wonderful. Giants, I believe, are considered a support. Are they not? No, maybe not. Let's have a look. Let us peruse the upgrade tree, and you will see that we have fairly limited upgrade options now. If you take most of the upgrade trees from Disciples 2, and basically knock off all of the units, or the top tier units, then you've got Sacred Lands, essentially. So the warrior tree for the dwarves is normally quite comprehensive, but as you'll see now, a lot of these are quite limited. So the buffing units are actually the mage units. Our ranged ones are the crossbowmen, and giants are indeed the support ones. But you'll see there's only 3 upgrade buildings that we need to build for the giants. So what do we have? No support units, so no giants, and no mage units. So we're stuck with these dudes and the warriors, which I think should be fine for us, to be honest. So let's get ourselves a party. We're also running with leadership -1, so we've only got room for two dudes in here. Let's go with a double axe thrower, just for funsies. And no thieves as well. Crikey. This is going to be interesting. I don't know whether I've gone from one extreme to another, because I felt like the promotion prohibition challenge was just way too easy. So I don't know whether I've gone from 0 to 100 by doing this challenge, but it's going to be fun trying out. Okay, Sacred Lands battle screen is fairly simple. It's fairly comparable to Disciples 2. The only difference is that you're very limited in terms of these options. You can surrender, which is basically a loss. You can skip the unit, or you can retreat. I wasn't sure if you could retreat or not when I was talking before in the previous stream, but turns out you can retreat, which is good. Things that you can't do are defend, which is a bit of a game changer if you ask me, and the other one, what was it? Wait. Then your unit will take their action at the very end of the turn instead. So that's something of a dynamics change. And you will notice that there are a lot of sound effects. Every single unit will make a sound, and every unit that is hit will also make a sound, which is quite amusing. Because there are some very interesting sounds as well that goes on. Is there a mini challenge for the promotion prohibition? There isn't, no. That would be brutal, Asira. Yes, that would be absolutely brutal, because once your units have reached max promotion or max level, they will not gain any more levels in Sacred Lands. That XP will just be wasted instead. How much money do we have? What is this? This is the train transformed. Kind of want to see the money. We've got to swap it in the map and mana screen, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we can't build any upgrade buildings just yet. Oh, we've got a rod planter? Yes, we've got a rod planter. That's handy. And it's got a novice in the city. What does he say? Yeah, what do you say? Of course, yes, thank you. I might take that novice with us, although that is a mage unit, so we can't actually use that. So you can come along with us. We'll try and keep you alive. Do I need to check some of the options in this? I know I have to be careful with some buttons. If I went back to the objective screen, it might crash. So if this is all loud, I'll put these back onto normal. Scroll speed can just be normal. That's fine. Not exactly spoilt for choice in terms of options there, but that's alright. Got a couple of orcs, goblins, big bear, and we've got some legions invading. Very exciting.
Why, you Morton's beard!
I think that's us done. Yep. We'll burn every village down to ashes. Good. Thanks. Right, okay. So this guy can't retreat, unfortunately. What's this? Ah, the city defense bonus. Which is another 10 armor, of course. So that's the same. Yeah, you did. We could rule the land together. Oh, yes, please. Enemies shall run away with fear before our combined might. I like that portrait as well. It's a pretty good portrait. Randomise level up. That will, when one of our leaders does level up, and we get the level up perk. Basically, we'll put those in the wheel, and we'll spin the wheel to see which level up perk we get. So that'll be randomised. Whole game's aged like mine. It's a very distinctive art style, definitely. And I don't think it's aged as well as Dark Prophecy, but it's nice though, isn't it? It's a very cosy feeling about it. Yeah, I tried before. Brian? And it just wasn't happening. It's still happening. It's still breaking the background and removal. Anyway. Best thing about the transition between Sacred Lands and the two is that Lord descriptions were cut. Oh, in the diplomacy screen. Yes. Oh, yes. So this is Hamish McSlut gets his own little description. The highest lord of the dwarf lords, he is known for his intensity in battle and his courage in the face of overwhelming odds. He once fought 7 days and nights against the mighty red dragon Arfurazon to finally defeat him. And you get descriptions for all the lords, which is completely pointless, but it's just very nice. Oh, it's Dank. How you doing? Yeah, it's very, very, very nice, the little flavour text that they give to the lords. Anywho, we've got a mission to complete. Oh, a sapphire. Lots of valuables. Right, can we go up against an orc? Probably best off just going up against one orc. Right, that is a bit slow. Let's stick these back on fast. It's not the fastest. Okay, it's going fast. Yeah, let's go for this orc. This particular soundtrack, it's good, isn't it? I do think the music's definitely aged well. And I think it is superior to Disciples 2, music-wise. And voice actors. Even though it is a bit cheesy, it's a bit camp. I do love it. Okie dokie. Let's get ourselves some crossbowmen. I don't think that upgrade tree's changed from Sacred Lands to Disciples 2. It should be crossbowman then Forge Guardian, isn't it? Because not all of them changed. Okay. Absolutely bugger all in terms of gold. So, very limited. We do have our rod planter though, which is nice. How may I assist you? I don't know what that is. Is that a magic tower? Whoa! Okay, so there isn't an option to kind of like... Can we run? Yeah, there isn't an option to kind of like automatically avoid battles when moving, so you have to be really careful. Okay, we managed to get away with that. There definitely is an option for that, is there? No, there isn't. That was a really, really good additional option in Dark Prophecy to just, when plotting movement. I'm just trying to see where this guy's going. Okay, fine. When plotting the actual movement for your leaders, it will avoid battles by default, and you've got to specifically like click on parties to fight them. More adventurous and fanfare-ish. Yeah. Disciples 2 music is good. Definitely sets the tone really well. But I quite like the campiness of like the voice acting and everything else in this game. It just feels nice. Okay. Okay, I didn't want to do that anyway. Temple. Definitely can't afford that. I was trying to get him a sneaky heal. Maybe we should just go after goblins instead. Oh, a griffin. Wow. That seems quite high level. Fortunately, this, as far as I'm aware, this is the only music track for battles. But it's a good one anyway, so I'm not really complaining. Can we nick that? Yes. Very nice. What's down here? Is that a mermaid? It is. Mermaid and a merman. The merman looked great in this. It's like gills inside of his face. Which is pretty cool. What's around here? Peasants! No, they do actually look like peasants. They don't have that solid square jaw that you would expect from a Disciples 2 peasant. So, it is more peasant-like. Goblins, orc. Okay, we're clinging onto that runestone mana just. Guess that'll do. Wasn't following the locked unit challenge to go well. Depends by what do you mean by going well. It wasn't that much of a challenge ultimately, unfortunately. I was expecting way more of a challenge from it. So we had to kind of introduce some more aspects like permadeath and other things. Main thing was adding permadeath, which gave me the idea for the multi-mini challenge, which is nice. I mean, something good came out of it. Mermaid in D2 is green and looks like a monstrosity in comparison. In green. Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, she's like scaly, isn't she? I've never got to groom more grotesque. I'm trying to think of what they look like in Disciples 3 now. I know the Kraken goes really weird. It turns into like some strange kind of like human hybrid, which is just a bit odd. Should we go for that orc? Okay, that only heals 50 HP, so might be time to use one of those just to keep ourselves going. Tempted by this griffin. I've no idea how powerful it is, though. Oh dear. Griffins live in the realm of the elves, often used as monks. They are a serious threat when encountered in battle. Max XP. Yeah, that's horrible. 95 damage. If only we could defend. We should be able to just about... No. No, it's all over. Damn it. Oh, well, at least we get the experience for the axe throwers. If this one hits. Thank goodness. How much do they need? 10 more XP. You also get a different voice acting when the leader is dead, along the lines of... I don't remember it being so sexual. They were lazy with the Lord portraits, absolutely, with the horrible kind of mashups from the actual unit portraits. But the unit portraits themselves are good. They're just in a very different art style, I think. And if you look at early alpha builds for Disciples 2, like very early screenshots, you will see that the units actually have portraits of a very similar art style to Sacred Lands, which is a bit of a shame. And it's weird to see because, like, on the battle screens look like Disciples 2, but the unit portraits look like Sacred Lands, which is very strange. Tome of the Seven Winds. The target party will suffer no penalty when sailing on water. Ah, that's another thing that we can equip then, within our two hands. We do not have the ability to use tomes. So it's tomes, banners, and artifacts. There may be something else, I can't quite remember. But no talismans, no orbs, because we can't... There is no facility, whatever, to actually use items in battle. It's just like attack and nothing else. You're actually stumped otherwise. Okay, I think we've done everything we can this turn. Tomes, I guess you could call them useful. The biggest problem is now, because in Dark Prophecy there's a very specific equipment slot for tomes. Unfortunately, all we have now are 2 hands. And in one hand, we could have like a really powerful banner, which gives us 20% resistance for all units. The other one, we could have a really powerful artifact. I'm still not going to use tomes. We'll see. Pour yourself a glass of whiskey. What are you going to need it to get through this? Guy, his movement is absolutely crippled now, which is sad. Just do a bit more exploring with this dude, I think. What's here? Man-at-Arms. I've got some Empire dudes. But we'll see how things pan out. I can't quite remember what we get in terms of equipable items. I think the artifacts are fairly comparable. I do know for a fact that you can equip 2 banners. And I'm pretty sure at one point I ended up with 2 banners of resistance. So all units in the party had 40 armor, which was bonkers. It's great fun. That was like a proper Capital Guardian death squad. Freya the Alchemist. Who's this here? Hopefully that's the Empire and they can help us. Okay, we're going to need a temple built. We're not running Permadeath, so the leader can be revived. Which is something of a luxury. Double banner? Yes, you can. Yep. You can have the same banner as well. Yeah. So you have much fewer item slots, but you have more flexibility in terms of what you put in those slots, I suppose. You can put anything in either slot, even if it's the same item in both. The leader is indeed dead. Is that revive? Yeah, I don't accidentally press dismiss. Give him a full heal. Oh, only partial heal. I'm gonna have to leave him in there for a turn, I think.
Of course.
Of course, yes. Thanks for agreeing. Oh, can we not get around him? No. It's not looking likely. Wow, that's a name. Gu Ulgamon. Gul Ulgamon. Nice.
Enemies of the clan, beware.
Yes, indeed. It's better than Begrazin or whatever it was. What's this one? Memron. Games are quite, the names are quite imaginative. In Sacred Lands, which is good. It seems so challenging with that Fog of War spell, like the restoring the Fog of War. Yes, yes, indeed. Also, did the Legion's army just suicide? Oh, we get the music from the title screen. If only we could infiltrate their units, but we have no thieves, unfortunately, so no army infiltration for us, which is super sad. We do, of course, need to think about where we want to go main leader-wise as well, because I mean, by no means we'll be sticking with Hodder Grimstone for the entire thing. Hodder Grimster. Very meaty whack on Hodder there. I like the sound effects as well. You get some very crazy ones with some certain units. Oh, the misses are real. Do units start off with 75 chance to hit? Yeah, they do, yes. Yes, 75% chance to hit as a base, I think, for all units. And a nice little fanfare when units promote now, which is nice. Yeah, 75% chance for all units. Crossbowmen are now doing 40 damage, 110 HP. You know the score. But that's a nice boost for us. So yeah, I think I can be of some help to you. Oh, I think you can.
Of course.
in terms of me selling all of my crap. Oh wow, that man-at-arms is ripe for the picking. Ooh. Thank you. Oh, let me just test something that I wasn't too sure of before. Oh wow, I honestly thought that Rod Planters started with max XP. Sacred Lands Rod Planter challenge incoming. Who knows? Wow. Where did I get that from? Maybe I mix them up with a thief or something. The dead leader sounds like as if he's taking a poop. The undead warrior lord. I can't remember what he sounds like now.
Enemies of the clan, beware! Of course.
He's probably going to get killed now. Can I plant a rod? Oh, I don't have enough money. Okay, fine. Plenty more rod planters where he came from. He's going to get trounced by that Legion's army, methinks. Yeah. I do love the gormless expression from on the possessed faces now. They're quite cute. Let's see if we can retreat. Gargoyle portrait looks fantastic though. In fact, most of the Legion portraits look great. Wow, you actually managed to get away. Oh well. Holy shit. Alright. Guess we're doing it. We do have our upgraded crossbowman. But he's going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting in this one. So the Duke's doing 50 damage, Devil's doing 50 damage, so we might as well focus on him. I'd love to defend, I really would, but it's just not going to be an option, sadly. Took a good pounding though. Ugh. How have they got... Hang on. Oh, they're doing 35 damage. I thought they should have been doing 40 damage for some reason. I think I was looking at their initiative instead. Okay. We put up a valiant effort. Just not quite enough, unfortunately. Which means we've got a very exciting couple of turns now while we save up enough money for a new army. At least we killed the leader. Yep, it's done. Stream's over. Thanks. Thanks for joining. Right, so literally nothing to do until we get enough money and... Hang on, we don't actually have another gold mine under our control, I think, either. Right, we'd have had to take this one. This is a great start. Yeah, that went horribly. But I'm not in the habit of reloading and all that shit. But we'll just keep on going. Demons actually look like demons. Yes. The actual sprites in battle are a little bit weedy. Will I start if this film becomes impossible? Nothing's impossible, surely. But we'll see. I mean, if it comes to the point where if we're up against the undead and by some bizarre twist of fate we end up with no elemental damage, but we're up against like wraiths, then possibly. But I still can't think of any situation where it will become impossible. It might be very boring, I'm not gonna lie. Ow. But we're just gonna have to see how it goes. Oh, absolutely, Euban, yes. That is definitely a thing. They will not think twice about completely wiping out one of your units, one of your armies, sorry, just with spells. Exactly, sir. Yeah, there'll be other options. We could use spells. Obviously, we would need a mage leader, or with the dwarves especially, we can upgrade. We can get flame casters, I think, or we can get giants to do elemental damage. So there'll be some way around it, I'm sure. Okay, we've got enough money for a leader, but we're obviously going to need money for units, so I'm just going to pass one more turn. It stops at wraiths, unfortunately, this era. As far as I'm aware, anyway. Shall have to find out. Yeah, it's weird. Some of them, you will find that the... Oh, she took the enemy rod. That's very nice of them. Some of them you will find that the upgrade path is the same as Disciples 2. Some you will find that it's going to be extended in Disciples 2. Like with these ones, the Engineering Guild, and then whatever this one is. I think it's just the Forge Guardian, isn't it? Could be wrong. Maybe it goes down two paths. Maybe it's the Flamecaster and then Disciples 2 added the Forge Guardian. I can't quite remember now. My knowledge when it comes to the clans is fairly limited, I'll be honest. Right. New leader. What do we go with? I love the little pipe in the engineers. Little beaded mouth. We've got Lawmaster. We could get Rod Planter and quickly take that gold mine, but I think it's probably best we get a new leader up and running. Should we go for engineer? I feel like that would be a good one. It makes up for the fact that the dwarves always start with absolute bugger all move points. We'll go with it. Shall we? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea in my pot. The Lawmaster looks like he's witnessed stuff he shouldn't have. I think aren't those his glasses? I think those are his glasses. Like he's got a double monocle going on there. I don't think if those are his eyes, then yes, I would definitely agree. But I'm hoping those are his glasses. It's the thief, which I think is got a bit of funny stuff going on here. I'm not entirely sure if that's an eyeball or if it's a fake eye, like a glass eye or something. It just doesn't quite look quite right. We need a name for our main leader, or what could be our main leader. But he's looking a bit like Popeye, so we'll call him I don't know, Pop Slut. That'll do. And you can have 2 dwarves. Because we ain't got much in the way of options here. Now we do have quite a lot of runestone mana, so we could we'll do a bit of exploration down here. We'll see what's going on.
All right.
And then I think the next thing we need to build is the Mage Tower, and then we just need to go crazy with spells. Ultimately. What's in this shop? Ooh, we've got Banner. Banner of Battle. 10% the chances to hit all units in the party. I like the little merchant type window as well. I don't know what kind of race this guy is. He certainly doesn't look human. Maybe Goblin? Goblin would fit. We've got a couple of Tormentio scrolls as well. Presumably for the gargoyles. Which is rather nice. Okay, do we fancy ourselves up against the Griffin? That's the next question. Or I'm slightly tempted to just go for this Legion's town. Let's do that. Because that won't be very heavily guarded at all. And then at least we can get this gold mine. That sounds good. It does look like a goblin, doesn't it? I've never really pondered upon that fact that much. The support unit for the clans is actually the giants. The tenderfoots and the buffing ones are the mage units. Yeah, that's their mages, which has always been strange, if you ask me, because none of these guys do any damage, but they're classed as mage units. But It doesn't say mage attack units in the same way it says range attack units, I suppose. Right, we're 3 gold short for the magic tower, which is sad. But I don't think we need it to capture this city. Let's go for it. Right, okay. How much damage does he start off with? 40. Okay, I'm still going to go for him. Aye. Really wish I could defend. I'm so used to defending in battles. Yeah, I think this is the thing that I can't quite get used to the most, going back to Sacred Lands. Yeah, get rid of him. I remember the vampire kind of like ranger leader for the undead has a particularly good voice in this. It's Gus Galbraith. Eh? That was easy, no? No, it wasn't. We're on turn 15 and we've only just managed to capture the first city. Okay, let's get him revived. Might have been better off just dismissing and rehiring, but hey, what's the harm in it? We get ourselves our first gold mine, which is wonderful. How much gold do we have? Okay, so we're going to need 1 more turn's worth and then we can get the magic tower up and running. Yeah, the voice acting so much better in Sacred Lands. I just love anything like camp and just ridiculous. Doesn't take itself too seriously. There is no defending. I know, it's bonkers. And I miss it so much. And it's one of those things I started with Disciples 2 and I'm just like, why would you use defend? And then I'm not that long into it, I was just like, oh my god, defending is just the best thing ever to happen to this game. Okay, so Magic Tower. Yes, please. What do we have? I think you'll find most of the spells will be exactly the same. By the looks of things, yes. Usual buffing, damage, and the unique ones for the dwarves, of course, will be the movement, kind of like buff ones as well. Bit of healing. Fire damage. I don't remember there being fire damage spells for the dwarves. But again, I'm certainly not that up to speed, dwarf-wise. Let's get ourselves some... No, ice shield. Let's go for that. Alright. Don't have any items to sell, so there's not much point in going to this shop. Could go for the town of Tam. Or we could... Go for those noobs. Might be a decent source of experience initially. Why would that use exactly all of our money? Eh? I wasn't expecting that. Okay, you did. He's going to do 50 damage as opposed to the 15 from the peasant. See if we can burn this guy down quite quickly. What did they do to tier 5 summoning spells since we don't have tier 5 units? Still the same as far as I'm aware. No change there. It didn't stop them from doing it, put it that way. Lovely. That was a fairly standard but nice amount of XP. Absolutely no money, which is fine. I do find it's interesting how in Sacred Lands you can kind of get a good idea of what is actually happening on the enemy turns just by the sound effects as well, which doesn't happen in, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't really happen in Dark Prophecy. But all you can just hear every now and again is "ow!" Oh, it's just a spell being cast, which is quite fun. Could go for this, get this runestone mana back, puts us in a better position. I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, get rid of that middle one. Thank you. So one of the very small benefits from there not being a defend option is that none of the back units will defend if they can't act. They've just got to pass their turn. So it does mean that you can do damage to the back with ranged units and them not basically be able to retaliate. Fuck's sake. I need to think about building the upgrade structure for our warriors as well. Maybe could have seen what was in that tower. 150 gold. Ugh. This is a bit of a slog. Lost all those mana health potions. Oh Christ, here we go. It's the spells. Oh, no, not been picked off yet. Thanatos is broken in this game. We'll have to find out. Hopefully we won't find out the hard way. Okay, so we can actually get to there. I think we're going to need a heal. And I think we're probably going to need a nice shield as well. Are they going to try and take that city? I mean, I couldn't really blame them. The only one downside with the demons in Sacred Dance is that I can't really tell them apart from the overmap screen. I mean, that could be anyone. I don't know what it is. I think it might be the mage leader, because I think the warrior leader has kind of like a whip in one hand and a sword in the other, or something like that. Okay, we're just gonna have to go for it. Okay, okay, this is fine. It's a good unit placement. 20 armor. What's that going to reduce it to? About 32 damage. Let's chance it. Oh no, it's going to need a lot more. Ugh. Should scrape through. I'd have liked to kill that sorcerer in 2 turns. By the way, if anything looks unusual... Oh no! The worst possible miss! Why? Oh, we pull it back. Great. Yeah, if anything looks unusual, unit or UI or anything wise, that if you've not played Sacred Lands and you just want me to explain anything, then just obviously drop a message and I'll try to explain as best I can. 145 gold to heal them. Okay, I'll heal the leader. I'll heal everyone. Otherwise they're going to get picked off. I'm going to have to save up again for the warrior upgrade structure. It will probably take that city with the gold mine next to it. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. The Empire got a victory. That's good. Can I level up the city? Yeah, that's still a thing. Usual stuff, usual costs as well. So that's not happening. So yeah, just so happens that they're all level 3, I think, at the moment.
Your request?
Okay, we've We've got a barbarian. I always thought the barbarian looked a little bit like Sylvester Stallone. It's kind of a little, kind of like mushy face type thing going on. Yeah, we could do with a rock actually. A more pot. Yeah, you raise a good point. Just to do some more exploring for us. Just do this, just that. Because I don't really want to do much exploring with the main party. Because they just feel like really vulnerable at the moment. Okay, so if we can do exploring and then pop them into that ruin just to see what's in there as well. Okay, that'll do. It's a Yeti. Long believed to be a myth, Yetis are as real as the blows they deliver to the enemies of the mountain clans. Hang on, is this a recruitable unit for the clans? 65 damage, very high initiative, and quite a lot of HP. that crunching sound. Lovely stuff. They do have a different interface to upgrade. Yeah, I suppose so. Yes. This is true.
Your request?
Don't really fancy our chances up against the Yeti. Could be alright. Be a good source of XP. Can't quite get there in one turn, but doesn't look like there are that many demons around. So I might just leave the leader there. And then see what happens. Because I want to build the upgrade structure for our warriors anyway. No, definitely not enough gold. It was worth a try. Oh, wow. Interesting. Wow, they're really going at it. That's fine. Works for me. Okay. Let's get this built before I forget. I'll give us some warriors. The clan special units. You are probably right, yes. Where would it be? Is it this one here? Under the mages? Feels like, yeah, it could be. The one they were dropping pencils and squeezing oranges and whatnot. To have a behind the scenes of Disciples, the making of YouTube video would be wondrous. Let's have a bit of a nice shield. I don't think it'll make much of a difference, but at least I can say I've done everything in my power to try. 69 damage. Nice. I don't know how this will pan out. I think we're going to lose one dwarf. Yeah. Oh, okay, we're going to lose at least one dwarf. Okay, can we pull it back? Ooh. Come on now. Stop being silly. There we go. Great, so we've got ourselves a warrior, 55 damage, 200 XP, sorry, HP. 400 gold, and a liquid Uru metal potion, which is the equivalent of the permanent upgrade ones in Disciples 2, as you'll see. Permanently receive 10% less damage from attacks. Nice. Should I give it straight to Pop Slot, though? That is a question. I still feel like he's very vulnerable to just being picked off. $400 gold is nice. Might even splash out and... No, I can't upgrade this city. Keep on thinking I'm a guild master. Never mind. Okay, we'll save it up for now. Might get a second army on the go. Because the thing to bear in mind now is now that this guy is at max promotion level, he will just not gain any more XP. It's not like Disciples 2 where he will keep on leveling up. That's it. No more progression for this particular unit. Which is very sad. And one of the another really great addition to Disciples 2, really. Basically drinking thermometer liquid. Yes. I mean, how cool is that though? Liquid Uru metal potion, and the art for the bottle and all this. So much nicer than just the generic kind of palette swap that they just used for the Disciples 2 ones. Okay, this city's going to be way too defended. That looks like a level 4 or 5 city. Okay, so we'll probably need to go back and revive this dwarf. Okay, we do have enough money to upgrade that city, but I think next on the agenda is to take this city back and get that gold mine. Don't know what that was. Was that a rod planter? Okay. Let's bring you back. Do you have much movement points? He does, so it's probably worthwhile giving him a heal and sending him back out. Oh my god, what's going on here? Should we take advantage of the fact that they've just zapped that army? Oh, it's Begrison. I spoke too soon. We've got a Begrison on our hands. Okay. How much mana do we have? 475. Ooh, could do with more. I might just summon a rock. Just to see what's in there. As we can't actually infiltrate their army due to no thieves. We need to rely on other matters. Or the means, should I say. Okay, so they're all fairly damaged thanks to that spell that the Empire cast. They've got a bit of a scary backline going on there, though. Okay, so between them they're going to do 60 damage. Plus an extra 30 damage from the gargoyle.
Your request?
Thankfully all of our guys are fairly sturdy. So I might just do an ice shield. And then fancy our chances. I think we should be good. It's a bad miss. Okay, how much damage do you do? 40. 40 armor, let's get rid of him. Okay. Oh, damn it. That would have been nice. Killed him. Okay, get rid of you. There he goes. Nice. Level up for the main leader. Okay, so he's a little bit stranded. No more movement points, but that was a nice victory. And I will have to prepare the level up wheel, I suppose. What's he doing? Is that a hellhound? I think it sounded like a hellhound. AI seems way more aggressive. Just even on this first mission. Righto. In keeping with our... We are doing randomised level ups, aren't we? Yes. Randomising level ups. Let me just prepare the wheel. So we've got... can I clear all this? There we go. So we've got banners. Arcane. I'm just going to put like a word. That's all I can be asked to do. Shit, I pressed enter and it's accepted it. Artifact and toughness. Okay, let's apply those changes and bring up the level up wheel. Let me just expand that out a little bit. There we go. That's our 4 choices. What we're going with. Artifacts. Very nice. Thanking you. Artifact law. Either these are to use artifacts. We don't have any, but if we get some, that would be rather advantageous. With difficulty, hard we went with. I don't want another easy experience like we did with the Promotion Prohibition Challenge. No sir. It's not how I roll. I like it hard. He's going to take that city, isn't he?
I think I have a plan.
Oh dear. But someone does. Okay. I don't really want to use that much more mana on rocks, summoning rocks. I think if I move in this direction, the Empire has this area and we're allied with them, so it seems safer. Okay. Let's go around here. What's that? Another shop? God, there's absolutely tons of shops. It's like the 4th one now. Okay, decent amount of gold. So we could bolster the defences in that city, which might be nice. Another Hellhound. Yep, looks like it. Oh, and then he runs off. What was all that about? Good opportunity to get that city now.
I think I have a plan.
Maybe, anyway. Random level ups and leadership -1 sounds like fun for the next mission. We will have to see. We'll have to see what the wheel gives us. Asura. There are some worse ones, I think. No warrior units would be, especially now that we've got a ranger leader. It's our main one. Then again, we could bolster it with giants. So no mage leaders. Sorry, no mage units and no support units would be. Yes. Don't even want to think about that potential combination, but we'll see. Maybe it'll happen.
I think I have a plan.
I know you do, dear. We all do. Okay, let's do the usual. Let's see what's in here with a rock. Do a wee bit of damage, hopefully. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, that's sad, isn't it? It'd be horrible if someone were to take advantage of that. I'm going to retreat, actually. I don't want them to get the experience and risk leveling them up.
Your request?
I'll have this, thank you.
Forward, lads!
How much damage is he doing now? 50. I'll take that. Now this is where you in Disciples 2 you'd be less screwed over, because I obviously don't want to do the overkill damage to this possessed. I'd want him to wait and then use the dwarf to kill him, but just don't have the option anymore, which can get annoying because you really are at the mercy of the initiative order that it gives you. It's Grim High Rock. There are no survivors in the city. They were worthy opponents. You're also faced with the option now. You're faced with the option of potentially now using these kind of units as garrison, as your city garrison, because they're not going to actually gain any more experience. They're maxed out. So you could argue that you're wasting experience by taking those into battle. However, I do think we still need them, just for general purpose type stuff. Ah, it's the Empire capital. And there's Misrael with his lack of peoples. What happens if you get no warrior, mage, archer and support units? I tell a lie. Hang on. I think I accounted for that, and I don't think warrior units are actually on there. There's no mage units, no ranged units, and no support units. So that there isn't actually an option for no warrior units, because yeah, that would get crazy. So at the bare minimum, we could end up with just warrior units, essentially.
All right.
Yeah, because I thought the same thing. I was like, I can't get to the point where you just can't have normal, just everyday units. That's a bit too much, even for me. Okay, next target. I hope she takes that rod. Yeah, I hope she takes that rod, because then I should be able to steal that life mana. Throw a rock at the Empire capital. I will as soon as they break the alliance, which they will at some point. But we are in an alliance at the moment, as it greatly benefits us. But they'll break it. Of course they will. Considering the objective of this mission is to gain 55% control of the land, we are going to have to break it at some point. Let's face it. Did we get that life mana? That'd be wonderful. Yes, we do. Haha. Thanks for removing that rod, suckers. So, what percentage are we at? There's an option somewhere. Map resources. Oh no, maybe not. Oh, was it? I think it was at the turn start screen. It showed you what percentage of the land you control. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Where to now? I mean, the map is really small, so I guess we could potentially go down there. Although it probably makes more sense to stay around the Empire lands and scout out this area, just because it's safe. It's safe for us. Got some undead lands there. It could well be Liban. There is an option in the wheel to just outright replace the main leader, which I may regret adding. So if that comes up at the start of one of the missions, we'll have to replace the leader. So that'll be fun. It sounded like an orc champion, I think. I think I said 36% of the land had been converted. I think we're aiming at 55%. Cursed Tower is unexplored. Not for long. Let's see what we've got now. Whoops. Couple of zombos and a spectre. Standard paralysis, 70% chance to hit. You know the score. Zombies look great in this. The portraits for the zombies. Look at that. It's proper Michael Jackson type stuff in Thriller. I'm not sure how that's going to go. Can I lift the curse? Might have to do this. Go on then. Let's give it to him. So that's 10 armour. Although he's not actually going to get attacked. Let's do ice shield as well. This feels like super risky. Leuben's going like full on in terms of the lore of the Cursed Tower. Is that it? Oh shit, I don't have enough movement points. Oh, what a knobhead. Fair enough. That's my own fault. I'd love that spell, but it's ridiculously expensive, and I don't think I have any life mana, so maybe next time. Hopefully that's kept us in good standing. Probably hasn't, and they will betray us at the earliest convenience. Up to, yeah, 37% of the lands have been converted. Oh, we're still really friendly. This goes. This is good.
All right.
Okay, I think that zombie's healed most of its damage. Let's go with an ice shield. After wasting that unit, that mana. We've got quite a lot of runestone mana. Probably research something else. 15% initiative. Nah, not bothered. It's going to probably be Vithar's Might. Let's do it.
All right.
And I think we're probably going to have to focus down one of these zombies. Okay, so he should die next turn. Who's he going to go for? Yeah, as expected. Ugh. Okay, dead. Okay, that zombie's dead next turn. And then no more damage. Great stuff. The problem is now is that these warriors don't get any XP, so they're not going to level up and get a full heal, which you kind of take for granted in Disciples 2. 400 gold and a Call Decay Dragon Scroll. 60 points of death damage. Could have been better, but some extra experience for pop slot. Is that a 6 or an 8? I feel like it should be a 6. 850 XP to level up seems a bit too... Oh, there's a 6 there, so it's 8. Okay, fair. It's not a capital B. He needs 2 Bs to level up. How much money do we have? Loads. Absolutely tons of the stuff. So let's upgrade the city. And fill it with the only units that we're allowed to actually take on. Axe thrower. I'm going to say that the cities are exempt from the leadership -1 thing, just because it doesn't specifically say leadership. That's my loophole that I'm exploiting.
All right.
So it does feel like we're going to go through potentially a few different leaders throughout this playthrough. Just got one of those feelings. What was that? It sounded a bit like living armor. I'm pretty sure she's a rod planter. I can't reach her anyway. Oh well. Question is, do we... I think we'll probably just stick with these warriors. It pains me to keep fighting with them, even though... Should we upgrade this more? Nah. Yeah, it pains me to keep using them, even though they're not gaining any more experience. But the fact that we're dealing with -1 leadership is pretty brutal. Oh god, yeah. I mean, it's only a 5% difference between Disciples 1 and 2 in terms of the base chance to hit, but you really feel it. I feel like anyway. Whoops. And of course, when you overlevel units, like when they're at maximum maximum promotion, then you overlevel them, then they will start to get like 1% extra chance to hit in D2. But in Sacred Lands, it's just not a thing. It's just capped, which is why the banner to increase chance to hit is like super useful, much more useful in Sacred Lands. Sorry, I'll stop babbling. Okay, what's this? Ecrisem. I don't know what that is. I think it may be a ranger leader. Okay. So we already, it looks like we already own quite a lot of the land now. Feels like we're going to have to go after this one because this is unclaimed. No one's taken that city, which means that it must be fairly powerful. I thought they were going for us. Oh, of course. Yes, they do that. Poison, presumably. Okay, we might have to take that back because... yeah, it is one of those missions where we've got to be pretty militant in terms of defending our lands.
Forward, lads!
Oh, they look very ill. Oh, yeah. What does he do? 45 versus 30. Yeah, you're dead. No, of course you're not. He took a bit of a pounding. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Oh, it's like they can just hear the conversation that we're having. That was 5 misses in a row, I think. Skull Dust Potion. Enchanted units have 30% greater chance to hit for 1 day. What is it called in... it's just a potion of striking in D2, isn't it? Skull Dust Potion, and look at that bottle as well, it looks awesome. I think these might be some of the things that I lost originally. Yeah, Tome of 7 Winds, there it is. Yeah. Titan's Might in Potion. Thank you very much. I'll have my city back. Okay, let's do this properly now. Dwarves and axe throwers, please. By the way, if anyone does have any suggestions of any of the mini challenges we can add to the wheel, of course, I am very much open to suggestions.
Your request?
Otherwise, it's just basically me just lying awake in bed at night trying to think of extra things to add. I feel like I've just about run out. I'll try and think of some other interesting ones though, just in case. Oh, thank you. She took that rod for us. Okay, looks like we're going to need a rod planter of our own. The Proud Dwarf. Oh no, don't have enough gold. Fine.
All right.
Okay, there's probably going to be a demon city over here. This is well guarded now. Let's give you a cheeky heal. Might go to that shop and just sell all those valuables anyway, because looks like we're going to need the money just to keep control of our cities. I feel like that thief could have run away from that hellhound, because it doesn't actually do that much damage. Trying to think of how a Broad Panther challenge would go for Sacred Lands now. I didn't think it was a thing, so I had never even considered it. I didn't think they got any experience at all. What are these? Silver rings. Go for it. Sapphire, 300 gold coins. Could potentially take that to the next mission. More unique Alchemist art here, which looks great, I think. Tome of 7 Winds. I will probably keep all of that. That might be particularly useful. Arcane knowledge ability. Get rid of that ring. Any of these which are a bit crap. Strength. I think I'll keep all these actually. And then just whack them in a city, and then a mage leader can just spring up and use them. I think I'll do. I might use the... oh, I'm trying to think of how many units we can bring through to the next mission. It might just be the items which are held by the leader. In which case, we can't take the valuables. I'm just going to sell it just in case. Lightning, strength, cold decay dragon. Fine. What's this? An ogre. It's basically just a large man. Okay. Can't see anything more interesting there. Okay, so these two are fairly well defended. We're not going up against anything more than a tier 2 unit, so hopefully these defences will hold. Let's bring out this dude.
Of course.
Thank you. Oh, is there a node there? I did not see. Under that tiny little piece of fog of war. There must be something there. See if we can take this gold mine a bit quicker.
All right.
A bit sooner anyway. Okay, where to go from here? Let's go up this way. Okay, got some legions, mana. A bear and a couple of axe throwers. Maybe not. I would like to pretty much cripple the legions first of all. Right, okay. I've never seen the... at least in D2 this never happens, but... Okay. Ow. Great. Well done. Picked a fight with a guy with a giant crossbow, and... yeah, that's generally what's going to happen. Really doesn't like well I think that just says everything, doesn't it? Double lightning. I mean, I appreciate them defending my mana node because it was under my control when they planted the rod there.
Of course.
Right, can I plant it on the Legion's land? Yes. Excellent.
All right.
Okay, leader's a bit damaged, but that's not a problem. Okay, that's the Legion's capital. So, probably we're not going to take this land. So that might just leave that upgraded city that no one's taken yet. That might be the... again, is it? Right, okay. This is going to be a thing now, is it? So that, thank you. That big city might be like the equivalent of the final boss for this mission, or something like that. I can only assume. Hey Dak, how are you doing? It's Sacred Lands, and it's with these crazy conditions. Only for this mission though, because we're kind of like going to randomise the mini challenges for each mission. Oh, it's been looted. How sad. Okay. I should probably go after that barbarian at some point. Okay, I'm going to have to keep this guy healed. Oh, I don't have any healing. That's fine. No, they've hopefully run out of thieves now. Okay, might as well try and get some more of their mana. And convert some more of the lands. We can't be that far off completing this mission now. Just woke up. Wow. Whereabouts are you? Are you in Europe? because I'm like going to bed in like an hour or two. Oh, if only I had an army nearby just to take that city. Now that I can.
I think I have a plan.
Why is he piping up? It's not even our turn. Right, okay. I would really like to take that city. We could raise a little army and go after them. How much mana do we have? Loads of the stuff. I don't think we actually have enough movement points to get there. Do we have a haste type spell? No. Which is sad. I think it's a level 3 spell, isn't it? And it restores 100% of the movement points to make up for it. Yeah, you can kill him. You should be able to take him. Maybe not. It's going to be depending on the misses, I think. Ow.
All right.
Ooh, barbarian.
Forward,
Let's do it.
lad!
Is this going to be a barbarian city? Okay. Oh, I love some of the voice acting. It's fantastic. If you can call that voice acting. I'm going to call it voice acting. Yep. That's definitely a barbarian city. Girth Bloodhand by the sound of it.
Of course. Your request by the ancestors.
Okay.
All right.
Alright. Oh, Age of Wonders 4. Nice. How's that going? I would play it on stream, but it's too modern a game. It's not in keeping with the whole YesterQuest brand, fortunately. But original Age of Wonders or Age of Wonders 2 is their potential options, I think. Okay, we're at 39% of the lands converted. Another barbarian there. Oh, that's going to be tricky, isn't it? Kind of first name is Girth. Ah, they're garrisoned as well, so they're going to have a really good defense bonus. Okay, let's go for these guys first. Blech. As long as no one misses, yeah, we're good. Decent amount of XP. Okay, that's just a rod planter. We've got a griffin there as well. So I might take this party round to this city for some respite. What's this? Oh, it's just a thief. Okay, let's take this. Because cutting off enemy lords' mana supply is really important in Sacred Lands because they go crazy with their spells, as you've already seen. Definitely scratches the strategy RPG, which like Disciples. Great. That reminds me, an article came up on my Google feed, and it was about this game which has been kind of like made to also scratch the Disciples itch. In fact, Disciples actually shows up in the article of the game, but the word Disciples, it's referred to like Disciples too. I'm trying to see where it was now. What was it called? Turn-based RPG Tenebris, is this it? Turn-based survival RPG Tenebris Terra Incognita gets a playable demo. And then it says stuff like it's in the same vein of Heroes of Might and Magic, XCOM, and Disciples 2. I thought, ooh, it's like it knows me. Tenebris Terra Incognita. So I need to put that on like a watch list or something. Which sounds funky. No, I want you to go this way, please. You don't have to fight all the barbarians.
By the ancestors.
Oh, we're going to go around that way, are we? Okay, fine.
All right.
Hellhound? Okay. Does it look like the Hellhound was the one that was running away? Oh, could it just not outdamage the Rod Planter or something? So it just defaulted to running. Okay, let's get you guys back there. For a nice rest. How we tackle this, I don't know. I think we may have to like create maybe 1 or 2 more armies and just keep throwing bodies at it until it breaks.
Forward, lad! Oh,
Because we're not exactly spoilt for choice body-wise. It's just a case of our options are limited from the wonderful challenges that have been placed before us. So normally we'd use what we got. We'd use Thieves, but we can't use Thieves, and we normally have extra units at this point, but
of course.
unfortunately not. Yes, please. There we go. Cool.
All right.
Don't know how much of the land that equates to, but we'll find out next turn. And then hopefully we can at least get one mission finished off before the stream ends. We can at least say that the first Disciples stream, Sacred Land stream should I say, we've managed to wrap up an entire mission. It's either that or we're going to have to do a lot more rod planting. I might actually go for this city. Dwarven fighters and a crossbow, yes. So it's one of the challenges we've got is leadership -1. My finger's disappearing. What if I do this? There we go. Oh no, my finger came back. No, it's gone. So we've got leadership -1 and no mage units, no support units. So that's the tenderfoots and all that kind of stuff, and giants unavailable to us. So we've rolled a bit of a bad one to begin with. But it's supposed to be a challenge, so I'm sticking to it. Wow, that was expensive. Okay, I'm going to go for this city.
By the ancestors.
What did he do? Did he just poison him? That's fine. Don't care about that. I'm going to grab this extra gold.
Your request?
Why is it called a tenderfoot? I think I should think so. I'll show you. Oh, hello. Wow. Right. Ranger leader, eh? Let's go after these ones. Okay, he's dead. How much damage do these do? 25. Okay. Maybe I should have gone for the gargoyle first. Okay, Gonna have to do that. If I'd have gone after the gargoyle with the axe thrower, I probably could have killed him by now. We managed to fend them off though. With aplomb, might I add. Nice. Very good, very good. That's just a level 4 city as well. It's a Native American thing. Basically someone who hasn't passed initiation. I guess so, yeah. I don't know whether these are supposed to be... Where are they? Mage units. There he is. There's the Tenderfoot. Oh, it's a novice. Oh, the original ones are Tenderfoots, aren't they? It should be here. There he is. Fragile and peaceful in nature, the Tenderfoot brews potions to increase the damage of an ally unit in battle. So I don't think they're actually dwarves. I think they must be some sort of hobbit type shit. But of course it's the mountain clans, which is why we've got giants, and so it's an alliance of various different races. So there you go. And they also have a foot fetish. Ah, okay. So we need to bring back from the dead these two. Probably could have just dismissed and rehired, but I like to think they have families who care about them, so we'll just not dismiss them. Do we have a haste spell? Or scroll? Oh, we do have a haste scroll. I'm going to use it, so I'm going to have to bring out a Lawmaster called Drogon. Is that Game of Thrones thing? And if we do some swapsies, give him all of the scrolls. Okay. You head off to that city. And then we'll haste you.
Alright, forward, lads!
Like the city graphics, like the capital ones, or the normal cities, or both. Leobin's getting a bit too far into it, which is to be understood. That's fine. I can get behind that. You can't not kind of like imitate some of the voices that you hear in Sacred Lands. It's just it's irresistible. Alright. What's this? Another Hellhound. Wow, we killed it. Impressive. Okay, what are we up to? 47%. So if we take that island to the southeast, this island, that should do it for us. That should get us to 55%. What does she do? She still does fear. 65% chance to hit. That feels much lower. That's a good effect though. I like that. A good sound effect as well. 1 XP. Brilliant. The Tormentio Scroll. There's no point in putting him back in there. Might as well keep him moving. Got to take that final city.
Of course.
More gold. Yes, please. Might as well give you some units. If you're going to be a sacrificial lamb. I think we're going to need it. So, Drogon goes up against this entrenched barbarian army first of all, and then we'll finish them off with Pop slot.
Request? Of course. All right.
And I think we're on the way. My gold! Oh yes. It's the same as Death Sound in Gothic 1 and 2. Oh, cool. Nice. I had imagined so, yes. There are definitely some overlap in terms of sound effects, absolutely.
All right.
I'm trying to think that there's a specific one where it's like someone going ah, and I'm replaying it in my head to try and figure out where it's from originally. It's specifically when units die or something like that. It'll come to me eventually, like in the middle of the night or something like that. Oh. I think some of the Legion's units have some very, very amusing sound effects for when they get hit. Particularly like the cultists and the higher level Mage Units, I think. I think one of them goes something like oily or something like that. It's just like, where are they getting this from?
Of course.
Okay, you look it. Oh, it's Zarish. Some things never change. Invaded by Zarishes. Okay, let's place everyone around the city. Okay, we've got quite a lot of mana now. Are there any other spells that will help? Not really. Maybe Hymn of the Clans? I'll do it anyway. I go back to the I'm gonna have to find that Legion's unit. Just to prove that's what they do. That's what they say. It's like it must be a Pandemonius or something like that. Also, the Empire Thieves are great when they die. So, blah, blah. Any final words? Like, blah, blah. Okay, I'll put that on your will. Okay, is this going to be our moment of glory? Can't be that far off in terms of the amount of land we need to claim. So strength scroll can go on pop slot. Can't use either of these because they are entrenched. We'd like to use a Call Decay Dragon scroll anyway on him. Just because you'll love to see the animations. I'm quite surprised that the Empire hasn't broken their alliance yet. So we've not yet managed to throw a summoned rock against their Empire, their capital Guardian, unfortunately, which I know was a request from Asura. But there'll be plenty of other chances, don't you worry about that. Let's see if we can get rid of this bear, or at least do as much damage as we can. It's probably a big ask with the chances to hit in this game. Yeah, I fully intend to lose this fight. Absolutely. This is just to weaken them. Done. Alrighty. They served their purpose well. So we've got Ice Shield. Thank you. Bit of Vithar's Might. And should we bother with Hymn of the Clans? We've got enough mana, let's do it. This is the main battle of the mission, it would seem.
Forward, lads!
What are you doing? 60 damage, nice. Damn it. Damn it. God knows what the dwarven toilets look like if they're that bad at hitting their targets. Must be piss absolutely everywhere. Great. 102 XP. Tome of Fire. Leader equipped with this item is unaffected by the first fire-based attack, so they're still as useless, let's face it. Ah, barbarians! They think they know something about the Northland and battle. Okay. Fair dues. Don't have any resurrection potions, so let's revive him. 200 gold. And then if we have any time left over before we do hit the 55% mark for land ownership, then I'll go after that griffin. Or maybe that ogre. That ogre might be worth more. New. See if we can get the ogre. Blech. Oh, wow. Did he duel the leader or just poison him to death? Oh, 58%. There we go. We are done rather unceremoniously. So all we had to do is get to 55% land coverage.
The initial tide of evil had been stopped, but destiny could not be eluded. The unstoppable process had begun. Soon the world would be aflame, and the only thing that the clans could do would be to seek help from their gods.
Oh no. Ah, okay. Select a leader and 3 items to complete the next quest. So I think we'll stick with Pop Slot. And in terms of items, I really like the look of this Tome of 7 Winds. In terms of tomes, that's by far one of the more powerful ones. No movement penalty when sailing on water. So hopefully we'll get to use that. In terms of anything else, well, we don't really have exactly that much to choose from. Might as well take the Tome of Fire and sell it. Anything else which is probably worth the most? Maybe a Titan's Might potion. Let's go with that. We are on hard. Not. What's the difficulty after hard? Impossible? Something like that? No, it's not impossible. Very hard. Yeah, we just went with hard. Just because I thought if we get like a really bad combination of challenges, then probably don't want to go too crazy. Alrighty, that looks good. Let's move on.
A small band of dwarven heroes were given the arduous task of seeking the advice from the Well of Fate, guarded by the Norns. A lawmaster apprised them that its enchanted Euro liquid metal would tell them the means to protect their clan.
Good old Uru liquid metal.
Told them that the Well of Fate was guarded in a city far northwest of Timurit, isolated in the Northern Sea. The city would have to be taken by force.
Oh, that was a quick one. God, the first narration thing went on for ages. So all we need to do is capture the city of Nomden. A small band of dwarven heroes were given the arduous task of seeking advice from the Well of Fate, guarded by the Noms. Or Norns. Is it Norns? Because I know the Lawmaster leader says, "For the Norns!" or something like that. The Lawmaster apprised that the Uru liquid metal would tell them the means to protect their clans. Well, there we go. Skull diet. Skull diet potion. The weight just drops off because you're dead. Wow, he takes his turn first. Cheeky. Oh, that music. So, do we get any improvements on our... Yes, we do, on the upgrade structures. So, what have we got instead? So from a brewery and the warriors, we can grab ourselves a mountaineer even, which is, I think it's going to be largely the same as D2. Got the armory for the veterans. Yeah, this is all looking fairly similar. That gives us an alchemist. Boosts damage by 100%. Wow, really? That seems like super high. Okay. That's a bear. Does a bear evolve into a yeti? Okay. Crossbowman, and then that goes into a flamecaster. We don't get Forge Guardians. That's a separate branch that we see in D2. And then of course we've got Tempest and Ice Giants. Fun. Okay. So I'll probably call it here. Should we... Some nice music to end things with. But should we re-roll for the challenges for this mission now, or should we do it at the start of the next stream? I kind of feel like I should leave it until the next stream. Save this. Start of Mission 2. Yeah, I think I'll keep you in suspenders. And we're going to have to wait until the start of the next stream to figure out our new rules or new challenges. So these can be... Whoop, they are gone. And then we will figure out what we're doing. At the start of the next stream, we will roll for the number of challenges that we do and the ones that are applied. The ones that I don't want to see again would be leadership -1. That really took its toll on us, I think. And I don't know what else really took its toll. I'd like to see more units in the army. I would like to see support and mage units prohibited again, but who knows what the wheel will give us. We're going to have to wait until next time. Anywho, I think that's it from me. Good start to the clans saga in Sacred Lands. It's been good fun. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you... when will be the next stream? Probably very early next week, I'd say. If not Sunday, then very early, Monday, Tuesday, one of those days. So hopefully not long. And we'll see what the wheel has in store for us. Wonderful. Thank you very much again, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.